Do you ever feel like you're one quote away from changing your life? Just one sentence from a great mind, one spark, and suddenly everything becomes possible. Today, you're about to hear the most powerful motivational quotes from history's greatest leaders. Words that moved nations, lifted spirits, and built legacies. This isn't just motivation, it's transformation. Ready? Let's dive in. Why should you care about quotes from leaders long gone or far away? Because their wisdom holds the power to change your mindset, fire up your ambition, and sharpen your focus. These are the words that fueled revolutions, built empires, and inspired people to rise beyond their limits. And today, they can do the same for you. Words are more than sounds and syllables. They are sparks. The right words, spoken at the right moment, can ignite a fire inside the human soul. They can give hope when it's gone, courage when it's faint, and vision when everything feels unclear. Throughout history, the world's greatest leaders didn't just shape the future through action. They did it through words. With a sentence, they could inspire millions. With a phrase, they could shift the course of history. Their quotes echo through time, not because they were poetic, but because they were powerful. And in your journey, whether you're climbing the corporate ladder, chasing a dream, fighting for a cause, or just trying to make it through the day, these words can serve as a compass. A reminder that greatness lies not in perfection, but in perseverance. Not in knowing all the answers, but in daring to ask the right questions. Every era has been defined by visionaries, those bold enough to see beyond what is, and brave enough to chase what could be. These leaders weren't born with blueprints. They created them. They didn't follow footsteps, they made them. One quote reminds us, "The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams." This is a call to imagination, to belief, to faith in the unseen. Great leaders understand that change begins in the mind, before it becomes policy, invention, or movement. Another quote states, "You cannot swim for new horizons until you have courage to lose sight of the shore." Visionaries step into uncertainty. They trust the process, even when the destination is unclear. They understand that the greatest risks often hold the greatest rewards. And here's the truth. You don't have to lead a nation to be a visionary. Leading your own life with purpose is the first step. Thinking differently, dreaming bigger, acting boldly. You're the pioneer of your own future. Let these words remind you that the path forward has always been built by those willing to walk, alone, until others follow. Obstacles are not signs to stop. They are signals to grow. The greatest leaders in history have all faced setbacks. But they didn't let failure define them. They used it to refine them. Consider the quote, "Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts." This is more than motivation. It's a blueprint for life. Real. Success isn't about avoiding mistakes. It's about bouncing back every time you fall. Another timeless reminder. In the middle of every difficulty lies opportunity. This isn't wishful thinking, it's leadership thinking. It's the mindset of resilience. Great leaders turn pain into purpose and struggle into strength. They see storms not as threats, but as training grounds. You may be facing your own obstacles, financial strain, rejection, burnout, doubt. But remember this, your story doesn't end where you struggle. It begins where you rise. When everything feels like it's falling apart, that's often when you're being rebuilt into something stronger. Let these quotes remind you, resilience is your greatest asset. Leadership isn't about control. It's about influence. It's not about standing above others. It's about lifting them up. One quote puts it beautifully. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. True leaders understand this deeply. They don't just build visions, they build people. They don't hoard power, they empower others. Another great line says, "The strength of the team is each individual Member. The strength of each member is the team. Leaders inspire collaboration, not competition. They foster environments where people thrive together. Because no matter how brilliant your idea, without unity, it dies in isolation. And teamwork isn't just for boardrooms and battlefields. It's for families, communities, friendships. Every area of life thrives when we work together. Let these words be a reminder. You were never meant to succeed alone. Collaboration isn't a weakness. It's a superpower. When you lift others, you rise too. The words of great leaders echo through time, not just because they were powerful, but because they were purposeful. Their quotes weren't just reflections of ambition, but blueprints for legacy. One unforgettable quote is, "What you do makes a difference, and you have to decide what kind of difference you want to make." Legacy isn't about statues or headlines. It's about lives touched, hearts moved, and futures inspired. Another reminder speaks to timeless impact. We make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give. The most enduring leaders didn't seek applause. They sought meaning. They didn't chase fame. They chased significance. So ask yourself, what will your quote be? What will people remember not just about what you said, but how you made them feel? What legacy will you leave behind? It's not too late. You are writing your legacy every single day, with your choices, your attitude, your words. And if you ever doubt the power of a single voice, remember, every quote you heard today once came from one human. One voice, one leader, just like you. These were more than just words. They were life lessons carved into history. Which quote struck a chord with you today? Let us know in the comments. And if this video inspired you, share it with someone who needs a spark. Subscribe for more words that will move your heart and transform your mind. Until next time, stay inspired, stay courageous, and remember, you have the power to lead your life boldly.